So, for how many days should I visit? That is the main question most people ask when traveling to another country or city. Some ask it hoping to hear the answer that will justify them extending their trip, while others ask it hoping the opposite. In today's video we are going to push our visit to Milan to the edge of the second of the two extremes to see if we can explore all major attractions in the city in only 6 hours. So stay tuned and let's rush through Milan, literally. Okay, so basically I'm now at my hotel room in Bergamo, so I still have a train to take to Milan. And I spent like last 30 minutes looking at the map and planning everything. And so my train will arrive in Milan at like 10:50 in the morning. And then the plan is to first go to Cathedral. After that we go to La Scala, which is like an opera house, then to Brera, which is a famous gallery, then to Sforzesco Castle, which is a castle, and then at the end we go to Navigli district, which is a district designed by Leonardo da Vinci. And then at like 17:30, so in the afternoon, I have a train that will take me to airport and then I leave for China. So basically I'm in Milan from 10:50 in the morning to like 17:30 when my train leaves for the airport. And that is roughly 6 hours. And in these 6 hours, you know, the challenge is to see all this, which are basically all the mainstream attraction. And it's gonna be like a little bit challenging, but it's also going to be very, very fun. But first now, let's go to the train station here in Bergamo and let's leave for Milan. Okay, so we just arrived at Milano Centrale and now we need to first leave a luggage. They have the service supposedly, so we are gonna leave the luggage and then we are going to go straight to the Milano Cathedral, or Milan Cathedral rather. And yeah, it's like 10:55 now, so the time has just started like 2-3 minutes ago. So yeah, we have now a little bit less than 6 hours to complete the challenge. Unfortunately, the journey didn't start as planned and I spent around 20 minutes at the train station waiting in a line at that leave a luggage place. We now have 5 hours 35 minutes left. We are a little bit late for our ticket because my ticket for Duomo was at 11, but I think we will make it with public transport. It should be like 10 minutes. We made it. Whoa. That's crazy. Wow. The cathedral looks amazing and now the only question is, will they let me in, because I am significantly late. Like I was supposed to be inside from 11 to 11:30 and now it's like 11:40. But wow, already from the outside looks so amazing. And amazing it was. Because of that and the slight problems that I encountered at the entrance, exploration of the place lasted well over 30 minutes. Okay, so attraction number 1 finished and now it's 12:20, so I really need to step up if I want to make if I want to complete the challenge. And now we are gonna go to our second attraction and check this out. This is Vittorio Emanuele II like gallery, and here this is a place where you can find a lot of stores. It is going to be like these high-end stores, high-end fashion stores. But of course for me today this is just a crossing point because I'm in the rush to complete what I put in my head that I want to complete. So this is just a crossing point on my way to the opera house, and we are gonna be there very shortly. Here we are, Teatro alla Scala, and that's the opera basically right here. That's the opera, and yeah, I mean it doesn't really look too good on the outside. It looks like just a building. I mean nice, but I don't know. That's it. I think this is the entrance right here. Alright, we are in, and I have to say, like, when you look at it, I mean it looks quite kind of, it doesn't look grand or anything. Now we are entering. That's the theater, check it out. Now this does look very nice, and if you're wondering why do I have a bag here and look like an idiot, that's because security guard told me that I need to keep it in front. So I'm following the rules. But yeah, this looks really grand, really cool. Oh. I'm not sure what is this. I mean, I know what it looks like, but I'm not gonna say it. I believe people who come here are too much of a gentleman to use this room for the purpose that I think it was used for. We've seen like 2 attractions in like little more than 1.5 hours, and that means that we are exactly on the schedule, because now I'm gonna try to eat something, and then like we are gonna go to the gallery in like 1:30 or 13:30 rather. So, and after that we only have 2 more things. But one of those 2 things is kind of unpredictable, because this Navigli district, I'm not sure, I mean, like how is it there, how much time it's gonna take, but for now we are like very much on schedule. It's going very good. But guys, you know what they say, sometimes you control things and sometimes things control you. Which is exactly what happened at this McDonald's, where Big Mac drew the crowd so big that it could put Elvis Presley to shame back in 1967. Alright, so the meal is finished, and now we are gonna go to the Pinacoteca di Brera, which is this, oh hello, which is this like museum with pictures and stuff, with fine art actually. And we need to hurry up a bit because my ticket is valid from like 1:30 or 13:30, and I have like a kilometer to walk and around 8 minutes time. And with these places, like they get very strict with tickets, you know, because like it sells out very fast and there are a lot of people coming, so I have to make sure to like come on time, so we better step up the pace. I believe this building is Pinacoteca the Brera. Yeah, we're here on time. Oh, already looks really nice. It's up there, the entrance, and this is one of the areas that will be a little bit harder to speed run, but we will do our best. I give myself like 30 minutes for this, for the one of the biggest galleries in all of Italy. Seems reasonable. Unfortunately, this is where I encountered my first problem, because I booked the ticket over the third-party service, and at the entry they didn't even want to look at it. So from all the gallery I only managed to see the garden. And now we are going to go to this, it's called Castle, Sforzesco Castle. And you know, we are gonna get inside. In the original plan we were only supposed to go to the garden, but now that there is no Pinacoteca de Brera, we are gonna go inside fully and explore the castle. And it's also gonna be really cool. And now that's there. That's the castle. And by the way, just that I update you on time, currently it's like 1:56, so 13:56 in the afternoon. So we are pretty much reaching around halfway, and we are also reaching our third attraction. And you can see how nice this place is, how huge, whoa, crazy. And entrance for this is only €5, so I think this is a pretty cool place to visit. It's not as detailed, but like there is something about it that makes it look very like nice and kind of very, I don't know how can there is something about proportions that make it like really nice to look at. That's the best way to say it. And basically all this area around here is completely free to enter, and then I guess you're only paying to enter there or not. I'm not sure where do you start paying for this, but I know, oh, so there is a museum. Oh, so there you pay. Oh, I understand. You know, I'm not sure if it's, I'm not sure if it makes sense, to be honest. Yeah, I think I'm only gonna pass here. I think it's like, it's so nice and so grand from the outside that, I mean, you can go in if you want. You know, there are like, I guess, like underground floor, then ground floor and one floor up. So I mean, I guess you can go, but just, you know, since we are kind of tough on time and we are trying to speed up this process, I'm gonna skip getting inside because I mean, this is already so big and grand that like you kind of, I mean, it's already an experience. And experience it was. The place was so relaxing and pleasant to be at that it pained my heart to leave it after only 30 minutes. And look at this. It's like a needle. And then it goes into the ground, and then the other part is there. Pretty crazy, pretty cool. And then I guess here we go down for metro. And then we go to Navigli district. it was like 3 stations, and now that we get out, we should be at this Navigli district, and currently it's 14:42, so basically we have less than 3 hours before the train leaves, you know, from Milano Centrale. So yeah, for now everything is going according to plan, except this gallery that we were supposed to visit. And look at this. And basically this Navigli district is famous for 2 canals, so that's what we are going to see. Now, like, if we go straight there, we are going to reach the first canals, and there are like 2 canals, you know, and then we are gonna reach this first canal and go with it like back there, and then at some point there, you know, these 2 canals, they're going to kind of, you know, come to single point, you know, end. And then so we are gonna go with this one canal here, get back, you know, following the other, you know, so we are gonna see both of those, because both of those are very nice. And then once you like little bit, you know, after they kind of end a little bit there is like also one like a famous area with bars and cafes and everything, so we are also going to visit that one. So this wasn't even planned, we are just adding it as we go. Then check it out. So basically wow, don't tell me that it doesn't look nice. And then you even have like the area where you can go a little bit down, but guys, it's a little bit dirty, like stay on the ground floor. And look how nice this area is and how peaceful with the canal. And you know, like since forever I was always kind of drawn to canals, and every time I visit some city, if there are canals inside it, I always I want to go there and see that area. And I guess like probably it's like that with most people, I guess, you know, but for me they just add so much to the city, you know, and it's always such a peaceful atmosphere, you know, walking through these small canals and, you know, seeing little boats. Very romantic, very peaceful, very movie-like. I always love it. And look at that little boat, the bridge. I mean, whoa. Can it get better than this? I think not. I wish I had more time, then I would sit and eat, but you know, since I'm in a bit of a rush, I'm gonna push it. And obviously I couldn't resist. Perfect. And now, see, if you go to the right, and we will do it, there is another canal. So basically this is here, that's like that meeting point. I mean, they meet there. We are not going to lose too much time here because we just don't have that much time, but we are going to just see it. I mean, they're basically the same. Oh, yeah, see. I guess the other one was the main one, because now when you look down, I mean, I don't know if you can see, but it's much more narrower, this part, and there are not so many bars, you know, it's just kind of like the road. There are some bars, but like there, you know, bars are all over the place. So I guess that was the main one, so we made a good choice that we started with that one there. So we are now going to cross the bridge. There is one more bridge. There is a bridge there. You can see it where there is, you know, here. So we are gonna cross it, and there is that kind of like barry area, let's call it that. And then we are just gonna cross the street, and then we will see how much was the time going to be, because now currently it's 15:25, so I have exactly 2 hours until my train leaves, which means that I need to be there earlier, obviously. So basically, on Google Maps, they say this is the crowded area, but I don't really see anything special here. Seems just like a street with some bars. There is a little park, but yeah, nothing too special. So I think I will only walk here 3 minutes, then take the metro and get back to the center of the city for a short period of time, and then straight to the Milano Centrale. But yes, basically, if we now go straight, so this is like 15 minutes walk from this canal. You know, we are going to see this basilica, and it's called Basilica di Sant'Ambrogio. So it looks very nice. It's also free to enter. Yeah, you know, in 15 minutes we are going to be there, and I think it will overall be a very successful day. And that's the basilica, and we are about to enter it. It's Romantic style, and there is like remains of this Saint Ambrogio, who, you know, died a few hundred years ago. At this point it was getting quite late, so I had to stop my challenge, still hungry for more, yet happy for what I have accomplished. Alright, so basically currently it's 4:50 or 16:51. So it was supposed to be 6-hour challenge, but I came to the train station like hour earlier, so it was actually 5-hour challenge. And in the 5 hours we managed to see first Milan Cathedral. Then we passed to this Gallery Vittorio Emanuele II. Then we went to La Scala, or the Opera House. Then we tried to get into Brera. We couldn't get into Brera because the ticket was invalid or whatever, but basically it's fair to say, since I came here in 5 hours, it's fair to say that if I didn't stop for beer and like didn't come here an hour early, I would definitely manage to put it in. But basically then we also saw Sforzesco Castle. Then after that we went to Vigli district. What am I talking about? We went to Navigli district. And then after that we went to Basilica di Sant'Ambrogio. So basically we managed to see 6 mainstream sites in 5 hours. So I think this challenge was more than successful, and I think it shows how much you can do in this city in this was half day. So basically we saw pretty much every major site in only half day here, 5 hours. Crazy, really crazy. Anyway guys, this brings us to the end of the video. I hope you liked it. If you did, please like, subscribe, share and comment. And as always, I hope you were entertained. Take care, God bless you, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.